Hello, I'm going to be doing another hair dye video, and I have actually just cut my hair a little bit, like I've just trimmed it, which is why it probably looks really uneven, because I'm not a hairdresser and I don't know what I'm doing. I had ombre in my hair before, but I have, after just cutting it now, I've literally got like the vast majority of that ombre out, so I am just like kind of brunette hair at the moment. I mean, there might be a few little patches. So my intention is to go as blonde as I possibly can. So is this gonna work? Well, I'm not entirely sure, but we're gonna give it a shot. So my hair's a lot shorter than when I did my last video, so I guess that means there's less to screw up with. The aim of this video is to go from brunette to blonde hair, and I don't know how blonde exactly. I'm basically just trying to get it as blonde as I possibly can with what I've got. This is all home hair dye, I'm doing this all myself, therefore I cannot guarantee that this is gonna go perfectly. So if you're thinking of doing any of the things that I'm doing, I cannot guarantee you that it's going to go perfectly. And obviously everyone's hair is different, so if something sticks to my hair, it might not necessarily stick to your hair, and vice versa. If it doesn't stick to my hair, it might still stick to your hair. We'll just have to see. So I've got an array of different products that I've brought. The first thing that I'm going to use is this Colour Before hair colour remover, extra strength. So this is just like a hair dye remover, and I don't know if it's going to do that much to my hair. I'm hoping it would just make it a little bit like my root colour, which is a slightly kind of mousy brown colour, just because it's always better to get your hair as light as you can before bleaching it. So hopefully I can get this. It might make my hair a slightly lighter brown colour. I don't know if it's going to do that at all, but you can get it from Superdrug, or I think I got mine off Amazon actually, but it's like the same price most places. After that, I actually have the bleach products that I'm going to use. The first thing I have is like the powder, and this is the Blondor Multi Blonde Dust-Free Lightening Powder, and this is from Weller, and I believe this was about $13.99. I got this off of Amazon, and it is pretty massive. You get 400 grams in here. To go with it, I've got this developer. This is the Wellixon Perfect Cream Developer. Mine's a 12% 40 volume one, and this is like massive. There is a lot of stuff in here, so this is pretty good value for money considering how much you get in there. I can't actually remember the price of this. I think it might have been like £8. And this has 1,000 millilitres in this, so you got plenty of damn product in here. I don't know how many bleaches I'm going to need to do of those, because obviously it just depends like what my hair, how it responds to it, if it even does respond to it, or if I'm expecting to turn out ginger, if I'm completely honest. If we do get light enough, then to go with those I have a two Weller products. I've got a lot of Weller because I've heard that they're pretty good. I've got the Colour Charm T18 Lightest Ash Blonde toner, which you then mix with the Colour Charm Cream Developer, and this is a 20 volume one, and it's 107 millilitres, and this one is 42 millilitres. Here's a tale I have to tell. I spent £20 in this. You did not need to spend £20 in this. You could have got it for cheaper. But basically, on Amazon there is one called White Lady, and I thought that that was a different shade to this one, which is lightest ash blonde. But no, they're actually the same shade. It's just they changed the name of it. But I thought that that one was like a lighter product, so I spent extra money to get something that I could have got for cheaper. So do not make that same mistake that I did. Just because it's called White Lady, it is still the same as the lightest ash blonde one. So don't be an idiot like me, and I've wasted probably about like 10 quid. Did spend quite a bit of money on these products because I did really want this to actually work. So I kind of went out there, I guess. And I also got a little thing off of Amazon. A little brush and a little pot to do some mixing with. And I'm just going to kind of set everything up and get ready, and then we'll get on to the hair dye. So according to the instructions on the colour remover kit, this one, it actually says that you should wash your hair before doing it, which is so weird because normally like it's recommended that you don't wash your hair before you do any hair dye. I guess obviously it's different with colour remover. So actually I think I'll probably just follow these instructions and just wash my hair, because I have not washed my hair in quite some time. It is a greasy ass mess. So I think I will just start by washing my hair, I guess. So I've just washed my hair. It says I shampoo it twice, so I did shampoo it twice, and then I also conditioned it as well. And I'm obviously going to have to dry it, because I'm pretty sure you have to do it on dried hair. So I'm literally just going to blow dry this, and then I'll get on to the colour remover. Okay, so my hair is dry, and I've just mixed together the stuff from the hair remover kit. You have this bit here, which is part B, and then you put in the activator, which is A, and you just mix them together, and now it's all in here. Then you got this buffer as well, which I think it says that you're supposed to put this on like when you're washing it out. So I don't know, I'll reread that before I do, but yeah, I guess I'm just going to apply this everywhere then. I'm just going to check with the instructions again. I'm just going to put this all over my hair really, nothing special. I've got it in 2 sections at the moment. You probably should do a strand test of this, but you think I can be bothered? I think it said 60 minutes to wait for this, which is quite a while actually. Because you're supposed to time the rinsing of your hair, so it's like 5 minutes for it says 5 minutes for short and fine hair and 10 minutes for longer and abundant hair. I would say my hair is quite abundant because it's quite thick, even though it's short at the moment, but it is still pretty thick. So I don't know if I'm going to time it, but I will just try and like kind of go around 10 minutes. And it says after you rinse the hair for at least 5 minutes, apply half of the contents of part C, which is the buffer, lather up well and leave for 1 minute to absorb. After this minute has elapsed, continue rinsing the hair with warm water for a further 10 minutes. And then it says, finally, apply the second half of part C buffer, lather and rinse just as you would a regular shampoo. After all traces of the butter have been successfully rinsed from your hair, you may conclude and dry. Almost 6:30 now, so about a little bit before 7:30, I will rinse that and do the buffing. Right, so I've washed and dried my hair now. I used the buffer. You're supposed to use it like twice, so I did that whilst I was in the shower washing it off, and I dried it now. And I don't know if you'll be able to like tell very well on the camera, but like it actually has lightened my hair. Like you actually can kind of see it a bit on camera, but it actually has like lightened my hair like a couple of shades. Like it's much lighter brown colour now, because it was like borderline black before. And honestly, like you can actually kind of see it on camera. If I had better lighting, you'd be able to see it more, but it actually has lightened my hair. So I'm actually quite impressed by that, to be honest, because I kind of thought it wouldn't do anything at all, but obviously it's a subtle change. So next we're going to be using these two, and I realised reading this that it actually says you can mix it from 1 to 1.5 ratio up to 1 to 2. So I'm actually going to do 1 to 2. So I'm going to use 100 grams of this with 200 millilitres of this. Well, I'm going to see how much 100 grams is first. If it's like too much, then I'll lessen it. If it's too little, I'll add more. That's like 100 grams. That looks a bit too much, to be honest. So I think I might put it down to 50 or 75. I'm not sure, but like that looks a bit too much. So I'm going to adjust that. So I've changed it to 50 grams now. So this is like 50 grams. I think that's probably the right amount. I have no idea, to be honest. I'll have to see what it looks like when I mix it in. You won't see the measurements on that, but I've got 100 millilitres of the cream developer. And I'm just going to mix these two together now. and we're good to go. I've already sectioned my hair off, you'll see it in a sec, but I'm just going to mix these together first. I've just mixed them, and it looks right to me, like it looks how I'd expect it to look, so I think that means I have got the ratios right, and I think this is probably enough, maybe more than enough to do my whole head. So I've sectioned my hair. I've got two sections. I've got one at the top and then I've got one that you won't be able to see at the back there. And I've got just a bit here that I'll start with. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my roots till last with all of the sections because obviously I have much lighter roots than I do the dark of my hair. So I'll go through each section and just do up to like, I don't know, like about here or something, maybe a bit higher. And then I will just like kind of, I don't know if I'll need to section it again or whatever, but then I will just do my roots last because I know that is probably going to stick to my roots more than it is my darker bits. I'm a bit nervous, but we're going to do it. Let's do this. No going back now. Alright, so I've done most of it, but I have annoyingly run out of mix. So I'm literally just going to have to do it quick as I possibly can, make some more mix, and then finish off my hair. I think we're good, we've got some more. I'm sore as fuck because I've applied it so clumsily. It's gone all over my neck, on my arms, my fingers especially, and like I've got like blister on my hand and it's just really fucking making that ache. So be more careful when you apply this because I am sore as fuck because bleach is itchy as fuck. But like there you go, I've got the majority of my hair in that, and if it's patchy then it's patchy. Okay, it says that you can leave it for a total of 50 minutes. Like, it is so irritating to my like neck and stuff, and like I'm not gonna leave it for that long. I think I'll leave it for like, I don't know, because it's actually like it's had time to develop just whilst I've been putting it on, because it took me like about 20 minutes to get it everywhere. But it's literally almost 10 past, so I think I'll wash it off at about 40 past, so in about half an hour. I don't know, I'll have a look at it, and obviously if it gets too irritating and unbearable I'll have to wash it off early because it is quite irritating, but it's my own fault really because I've applied it so clumsily. I could have applied it so it wasn't literally going everywhere, but yeah, I think I will take it off in about half an hour, but it says 50 minutes maximum, so I'm just going to keep looking at it really and then just decide. But I mean, like, look at it already. Alright, so hey, look at this. So I've washed it off and I've dried it, obviously. I did leave it on for just a little bit over half an hour, although it would have been longer than that because of how long it took me to put it all on. As expected, it has clung to my roots a hell of a lot more, and the rest of my hair is really kind of brassy, this is totally what I expected to happen, so I'm not complaining, because obviously this isn't like my desired finished colour. I'm going to finish it here for tonight. Obviously, you'll be seeing the next step, like, in a few seconds. But, yeah, I don't have anything to do tomorrow. Like, I don't need to go out anywhere, so it's okay. Don't mind looking like this just for one night. Obviously, I'm going to do another bleach. It's the next day, and we're back at it with the hair dye. And, I realised that the gloves I was using yesterday, like, they just completely broke whilst I was doing my hair. And then I don't have any other gloves. So I've literally just wrapped my hands in cling film. Because I don't know what else to do. Because that bleach, I learnt yesterday that bleach is quite irritating, so if I literally do it with my bare hands, my hands are gonna like inflame the fuck up. So I'm gonna just use the same products, bleach my hair, go over the areas where it's a lot more gingery, and I don't know if I'm gonna do my whole head because obviously there are bits that are kind of okay. I don't know, I'll just kind of see how I feel whilst I'm doing it, but anything that's like really ginger definitely needs to go in, and any like bits where I didn't actually get any friggin' hair dye on in the first place need to go in. And I've actually done a middle parting this time, which is probably what I should have done to start with, just because you can kind of, I don't know, it's just easier to see your whole hair when you do a middle parting, whereas before I had like most of it was to one side. So I think if you're going to do this, definitely part your hair in the middle before you start. So I've got my bleach, I've got a bigger bowl this time. This is a bowl we use for cooking, so my dad's going to kill me. Oh well. Yeah, so I did 75, fuck's sake, the spoon is just, never mind. So I did 75 grams of the bleach this time, the powder, and then I did 150 millilitres of the cream developer. So, I mean, I have got quite a bit here, hopefully that is enough. I've got like 3 sections on each side of my head, so I'm just going to go in for it really. So my memory card got full, so I kind of lost the ending of me applying this, but I basically just did what you thought I did. I just finished applying it everywhere. To be honest, the majority of my hair did end up going into it, and I've tried my best. I'm still worried that it's going to be patchy again, but I don't know. I've used all of the dye. It was just enough. I don't know, maybe I could have used a little bit more, but I don't know. I feel like I've got it all covered, so yeah, I'm just going to wait the 40, I don't even know. What time is it? It's still developing. Still looking quite gingery, like, as you can probably see. So, whatever. I'm just like worried about like having to bleach it too much because I don't want my hair to all fall out. But it actually did respond to it well the first time. Like, it didn't seem really damaged. So, maybe I can get away with bleaching it like 4 times. I've just washed that off. It does look lighter than the first time, but as you can see, it is still quite brassy and orange. I'll dry it and see what it looks like, but it definitely has gone lighter than the first time, so that's something. But by the looks of how it is now, I probably will definitely need another bleach, maybe 2. So I just dried that, and actually it's a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be when it was wet. It's getting there, it's getting there. Obviously it's still very brassy here, but actually, like, I thought it was going to be darker when it was wet and when it was on my head than it is, like, once it's like dry and stuff. Like, it just looks very strawberry blonde now. Right, so we're on to bleach number 3 now, and as you can see, I've just sectioned my hair again. I've got mixed. Yeah, so this time I did 100 grams with 200 millilitres, which I think is right, yeah. So I'm just going to go in. My camera might die towards the end, but hopefully you'll see me doing the majority of it. And I'm going to put these friggin' plastic bin bag things around my hands again. At the end of that again because it was out of battery, but I've done the 3rd bleaches on my hair. Gonna leave it for about 40 minutes now. It does look blonder this time, so that's good. Yeah, I'm just going to leave this for about 40 minutes, I think, and wash it off, and we'll see if I need another bleach, or if I can move on to toning. I'm not sure at this point. It does look a lot blonder already, but we'll have to see what it's like after it's developed for a while and wash off. My dad's making me pizza, so I probably need to help him out with that. But yeah, we've got 40 minutes. Alright, amigos. So, right, so that is washed off and done, and we are definitely getting a lot closer. It is a lot blonder now, but obviously it is still brassy in areas, so as much as it annoys me, I am going to do just one more bleach. Ouch! Okay, so we're back for our fourth and final bleach, because regardless of how this turns out, I'm not bleaching my hair again after this, because it will die, it will shrivel up and it will die. And this time I'm definitely avoiding the roots. I said I was going to do that the second 2 times, but I didn't. But this time I'm 100% avoiding the roots because there are bits of it that I just so blonde anyway, and they don't need it. And so I'm literally just going to do the ends basically. And I've got my mix going. I did 75 grams and 150 millilitres this time, just because if I am avoiding my roots, hopefully I won't need as much. I've definitely got a really bad rash on like these 2 sides of my neck, and it's actually quite painful if I'm honest. So don't be an idiot, right? If you're getting pain in your neck from bleach, just stop. But I am prone to self-destructive behaviours, so of course I'm going to continue even though I have throbbing pain in the back of my neck. As you can see, I have actually left a lot of my roots bare, and I have just kind of focused on getting it on the ends, and yeah, I'm done now with that. 40 minutes I think I'll be waiting, so it's 11:30 now, so I'll take it off at 12:10. Alright, so I've washed out that 4th and final bleach, and my hair's like really knotty now, and it's still a little bit damp, so whoops. But as you can see, it has gone quite a bit lighter, and yes, ideally it could be even lighter, but you know, I've got to work with what I've got really, and I'm going to move on to toning. As I mentioned before, I'm using Wella Colour Charm and the Wella Cream Developer. What's this called? This is called the Liquid Hair Toner, this one actually. And this one's in the lightest ash blonde, which is T18. And on the back it says to mix 1 part Wella Colour Charm Toning Colour with 2 parts 20 volume Wella Colour Charm Developer. So if this is 42 millilitres, then that would mean that you used 84 millilitres of this, but this has 107 millilitres in, and that just seems like a really like silly amount. I don't know, so I think what I'm going to do is I'll use a whole of this and then put the majority of this in and maybe just leave a little bit of something, but I don't know, like I feel like I could probably use this in all of it and it'd be fine because it is like a small bottle, you know. Alright, I've got a mixture ready, and hopefully there's enough. I'm not sure, obviously this is a much smaller quantity than what I had with the bleach, so hopefully this is enough for my whole hair. But anyway, let's just do this thing. As you can see, this has gone very purple, my hair, which is good, I guess. Annoyingly, I didn't actually have enough product, like I'm completely empty. to get my whole hair in it, so like my kind of roots are not completely covered, but obviously I'd rather like the ends of it be covered than my roots, because my roots are already really light anyway, and it's just the kind of bottom bits. They are completely covered, so they are looking very dark and purple right now, so I don't know. I have no idea what this is going to do. That is a bit annoying that I couldn't get my whole roots in there, but I have tried to kind of rub it all in as much as I can. I think it's 30 minutes I'm supposed to wait for this one, and it is almost 1:30, so I will wash this off at about 2 o'clock. Okay, so I'm in bed with this little one now, and so I washed off all of the toner, and my hair's wet now. I don't want to blow dry it now just because it's really late at night and I don't want to wake everyone up, but I'm gonna just let it dry overnight and I'll see what it's like in the morning. Right, so it's about 3 days after I washed out that toner, and this is like my finished hair. I've just had this for the last few days, and honestly I'm quite happy with it. It's not perfect obviously, like the bottom bits are still a bit more coppery compared to the top, which is like very blonde, and it is kind of yellowy and a bit patchy, but like overall I think I'm happy with it, to be honest. I do however want to try out a kind of grey dye on it, and I have some. One second. I'm finishing this video here, but I am going to do another video testing out the L'Oreal Colour Arista Paint permanent colour, and this is the hashtag grey hair one. It's basically a grey hair. I just want to see if it does anything to my hair. So obviously it's going to work much better if you've got like platinum blonde hair, but I do think it will do something. I don't know what, but I'm going to try this. It's got kind of mixed reviews. Some people said it gives them like a blue or a green tint to their hair. I'm just like, okay. That wouldn't be the worst thing, to be honest, because I quite like doing weird stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm going to finish this video here. So honestly, like, I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. Obviously it's going to depend on what you want, like how blonde you do want it, but I hope you got something out of this video anyway, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.